Hi, collective. It's Shana. Let's get a quick read, y'all. Y'all, it's going to be a lot of background noise, okay? Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe, Ashe Collective. Today we'll be using the wonderful Finde Sequel Kipper fortune telling deck, okay? As well as the character oracle, okay? And Matic, okay? All right, collective, let's get a late energy check-in, okay? It is now what time? Eastern time, 6:33, baby, okay? All right, y'all, let's see what's going on. Oh, y'all, and I hope y'all got a chance to check out those bird videos, okay? Okay, because that was either a glitch in the matrix or a spy bird, okay? But either way, there's also a spiritual message there, okay? But also today I noticed there were several birds just all in that area, in the bushes, just talking and chirping. There's some sort of bird symposium collective going on, okay? And what I think part of it is, okay, is that the other birds got wind that there's a robotic bird in town, okay? And yeah, there's a ruckus going on, collective. There's a ruckus going on, collective, in the bird community, okay? All right, let's get started. Archangel Michael, show us what's going on with this late energy check-in. What's the situation? One card, please. One card. Ooh, child. What the fuck? Y'all see how that flew out there? A marriage is over. Some sort of long-term situation, child, okay? I'm getting all, I feel like I'm on a soap operas or something, okay? Okay, or Jerry, yo, okay, something's going on. Show me the obstacle, Archangel Michael. Thank you. Show me the spiritual advice. Spiritual advice. Thank you. My goodness. He's like, get your ass out of this. Time to take a journey. Take a trip. Somebody, okay? Let's see. Bottom of the deck. Damn, y'all. Great fortune. Okay? So I'm getting like this is a karmic partnership, a karmic marriage, right? And it's been taking a toll on somebody's money, okay? It's just unfruitful, okay? And in order to regain this fortune, right, for someone in the partnership, they have to travel away, you know, possibly end the marriage is what it looks like to me. With this in the reverse, it looks like a bad marriage, collective. Okay. Divine outcome. Ooh, child. Ooh. Something's going on. I'm feeling like it's spicy tonight, collective. They're talking in the community about this, y'all, okay? And it's like a lot of nosy, prying eyes, okay? And maybe this is how these people were as well. And that's why they're receiving like the same treatment, all right? Let's see. Show me the situation, Archangel Michael. Okay, that was quick, collective. We're going to keep this for the mystery card. We need to get a mystery. Oh, that's two. My goodness. Okay. Show me the obstacle. Thank you. Okay. It's like, a clumsy chef is in the kitchen, okay? Show me the spiritual advice. And there are beans everywhere, collective. Or they're about to be. Repairmen. In order to restore someone's situation, they need to travel. I'm feeling like travel away from this toxic ass marriage. Show me the divine outcome. A lot of real time here in these areas, okay? Divine outcome, please. Thank you. Bottom of the deck we have the architect. Okay, so somebody designed something. Somebody planned something. Possibly the marriage. Maybe they're talking about the marriage. Maybe it was a disaster since it started, since inception, right? Okay. I don't know. Maybe someone is an architect within this marriage, okay? I see the city skyline back there. That could be New York, right? All right, let's see. It says architect, weaver of blueprints, planning, design, supervision, construction. Somebody put something together, okay? It's a foggy city or something, a foggy day. Fog has significance. I feel like this person is constructing a blueprint or something, a map of some sort of city design, okay? So this might be like what do you call them? Is it a white collar or blue collar? Whatever, okay? There's somebody who may be in the corporate world, right? And they make a decent amount of money, y'all. Decent pay, okay? Y'all hold on for a second here. All right, collective, I'm back, okay? But this architect, okay, something about an animal shaman, okay? Animal spirits, spiritual leader, nature, okay? And that makes sense with the bird, okay? So there's some element here, okay? But this architect, I feel like, and there's a card under this, but I feel like this is a businessman, right? Corporate America, like progressive type person, right? Someone who's been pretty fruitful in their lifetime in terms of their career, right? And I feel like they're in a toxic marriage, okay? Maybe there's a lot of concern about money, okay? And having to split the assets, okay? But there's something going on that's important for some reason. But what is this card? Knight, keeper of honor, armor, battle, loyalty, okay? Getting something about loyalty. Okay, let's see. All right, real quick. This is going to be a quick one. Show me the situation, Archangel Michael, top and bottom. Thank you. Precision, y'all. In the reverse. Okay, no, it wasn't precise. This was a poor choice. Okay? Poor union. Thank you. Collective. Collective. The divine loves you. Okay? Thank you, divine. Show me the obstacle. Top and bottom. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's the obstacle. Maybe that's what they're the, and I heard my phone call. Maybe this is what they're the architects of, okay? My goodness. Maybe they're hiding behind this position, but this is really how they make the money that affords them this lavish lifestyle, right? Show me the spiritual advice, thank you. Show me the divine outcome. Let's keep this one as the mystery card. Show me divine outcome. Thank you. You mad at me because you stupid, okay? So somebody was real stupid in this situation, and they mad at you, collective, because they stupid, collective. Make it make sense, okay? Well, I guess it does make sense, okay? Because they stupid, collective. All right, Cambodia is significant. Maybe this is this foggy city I'm seeing, okay? Maybe this man is based out of Cambodia, or maybe he's there now on assignment, okay, of some sort in terms of building something. And maybe this is where they have a lot of ties, where they do this, collective, okay? or one of the places. Cambodia is significant. All right, let's move these over. Situation. The outcome, divine outcome, and spiritual advice, okay? Now we have the obstacle and the situation. The situation is there's a toxic marriage, okay? Let's see something real quick. Archangel Michael, what makes this marriage so toxic? I feel like it was something I already passed. We're going to shuffle again. What makes this marriage so toxic? We probably should have had the shadow cards, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have this main male. So maybe it's this man, this architect, I feel. Okay? Let's see, though. Maybe it's something concerning the main male. And this great fortune, it's back, okay? I feel like this man is obsessed with money, making money, okay? And maybe he didn't take time to invest in the emotional aspects and the emotional needs within the marriage and within his wife. I just saw 1111, okay? And that's why this marriage is toxic. It's because he's toxic. He's obsessed with great fortune. That's what I'm getting. Character oracle. Blacksmith. And he's just, because this man looks focused. He's just work focused. I keep picking this card up with it. The Knight card, y'all. I feel like that's like his drive, right? In terms of this work, okay? And his enthusiasm. But it also speaks, I believe, with this Knight to impulsiveness, possibly. Because I'm getting the Knight of Wands, though, or as well as the Knight of Swords, though, right? But something about that Knight energy, that it really ain't that boss level. But I feel like this is the image he puts out, right? But he may be boss somewhat when it comes to making money, though, right? But he does a lot of it in a crooked way with this human trafficking of organs, okay? And limbs, okay? Yeah, but it says blacksmith, forging, smelting, shaping, tempering, okay? So they're trying to shape and change and mold and create the situation, design a situation. Some sort of fruitful situation, okay, while neglecting the marriage possibly, okay? Something, somewhere with precision in the reverse, they missed the mark, okay? Okay, they missed it. It's like they hitting and missing, okay? Yvonne Collective, okay? So this name is significant, okay? This could be a name, a family member, a marriage, okay? And maybe they're speaking about this, okay? Where one person was really driven, not to say that the wife didn't have a decent type of employment, right? But one person was really driven for money, okay? And they were involved in some other things, even though they had a decent type of job, right? That they could have lived well off of, right? But I'm getting an aspect of greed, okay? And the greed is when it comes to being selfish, when you do stuff like this, okay? So I feel like this is the problem within this relationship. This man working all the time and doing pretty much anything for money, for great fortune. As well as the other spouse. Maybe they both were greedy. Maybe they both were involved in this, okay? Show me why is this marriage toxic? Map. Something about it on a map. It could be Cambodia. I think I took the card away, y'all. Cambodia, maybe. Something about an open situation, collective. Okay? Maybe they did this. Maybe they, somewhere that they were associated with this, maybe there was some sort of open, fire situation surrounding it. Y'all, did I mix these cards all up? Okay. All right. We're going to clarify one or two more. We're going to move on. It's going to be a quick read. All right. This precision in reverse. Why is it in the reverse? We're going to get both of these. And the bottom. Powerhouse, okay? Something about money, okay? In a controlling aspect when it comes to money and people, just to get this great fortune. Some situation that was imbalanced before within this marriage, and possibly how this man earned his living, it's being balanced, okay? Y'all, I don't know what the hell this spaceship keep coming out here for. They like, you keep trying to push this card to the side. You're going to deal with it, y'all. Something about a fucking spaceship collective. Maybe this is like 2012, okay? That movie, right? And maybe he's one of those people that have bought a ticket, okay, for when the big destruction happens. Okay? I don't know. We're going to have to pull on this. We're going to have to pull on it. I don't know, collective. They want me to come back to class after school and do some remedial work on this spaceship card, collective. Now this is going to complicate it even more using this deck. What is spaceship? We're going to use both decks. Okay, that came out quick though. Something about this courtship too, y'all. Maybe the way they met and how they dated, right? And maybe there were signs in when they were courting that they should have never got married, collective. But I feel like they were living for the Joneses, like, you know, the way people see them. Let's see, what's spaceship? Spaceship. A rocket ship. Flying on a little rocket ship. Oh man, y'all. Let me pause this ad. Alright, collective, let's keep clarifying spaceship, okay? Maybe somebody married into this relationship for wealth, okay? And maybe that's what makes it toxic with that fortune, okay? All right, let's see. Bottom of the deck. We're here, collective. 1717 on the clock. Okay, they're here. Your ancestors, but we're going to clarify. Let's see who's here, collective. Show me. Let's do it real quick. Who's here? Who is we? Okay. And we have a painter at the bottom. Depict, sublimate, abstraction, form, sensation. Okay, I don't know. It might be a ghost, collective. I don't know why I'm saying ghost. It could be a water beast or something. All right, collective. That sort of looks like a water wave, I think, right? But like a dinosaur or something. Let me see. Well, maybe it doesn't, but it's like a dinosaur water wave. Somebody's learning something as well. I feel like somebody's focused on something with that architect card, okay? And it says, we're here. We got soldiers here, y'all, okay? Soldier, guardian of nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service, y'all. This could be your ancestors. This could be the spirits of soldiers, okay? Honorable soldiers, I get. Okay, people? And we have Cambodia here, right? Maybe they fought in a war in Cambodia. Okay, I don't know if there was a war. I'm sure there was some sort of scrimmage. You know, America, just forgive me, okay? And has gone a lot of places, causing a lot of trouble, starting a lot of fights, okay? We just have to acknowledge that we've been bullies over here, okay, to people around the world. All right. Something about a soldier. I didn't leave Cambodia out here. I thought I was supposed to, collective. All right, but somehow maybe your mom or your aunt is connected to whatever's going on in spaceships in Cambodia and stuff, okay? What are these for again? Oh, for spaceship. Something about money, y'all. I feel like they're not getting it, and that's the scales being balanced. Whatever this money is, and this was like a powerhouse couple, y'all, but they were toxic as hell. They were seen one way in the community, right? And I got rid of the community card too, right? But they were seen one way in the community, but they're really toxic as hell. And it's something about that main male, y'all. I feel like they're divorcing, okay? And they're going to have to split this great fortune. Something. Okay, we got spaceship, right? Where is that space? With Sergeant, y'all? This could be a spaceship. Something with the military, okay? Maybe the military has a secret space program, okay? Or maybe this is like a sergeant in NASA. I need to make a NASA card. Love wins. Okay, I don't know. Soulmate, something about a relationship, y'all. And that's for the spaceship. Maybe this is like a love out of this world or something. And where the hell did the spaceship come out for? Y'all, something. Maybe this is a third party of some sort, okay? Or maybe this was their soulmate. And they were just so toxic when they came together that they just destroyed everything for money. Maybe? I don't know, y'all. But there's still these human organs out here. I don't know what the hell's going on. They were definitely toxic. Show me this spaceship card, Archangel Michael. Please. Fireman and soldier. Definitely something about a fight, collective. Okay? And something about divine seer of the unseen foresight, insight, cosmic connection. This has something to do with the cosmos. Yeah, it's a spaceship, collective, but I don't. Maybe they're using divination, right? To try to put some kind of fire out, okay? Surrounding these soldiers, like spirit soldiers or something, who are here. Okay, somebody's trying to put the fire out. Maybe the spaceship speaks to the ancestral, you know. And I think I turned this card over. Okay, I dropped it. But maybe the spaceship speaks to the ancestors, or you know what I'm saying, or just that astral connection in terms of spirits and people and creation in like the so-called afterlife, right? Merge in dimensions with the 3D. If that makes sense, collective. This has something to do with the cosmos, okay? It's a spaceship here, okay? Maybe this is speaking of this twin flame love, you know, it's like out of this world too. Oh, wow, y'all. And this could also, at some way, with that flame, fireman in the reverse, okay? They're putting out this twin flame contract, y'all. That's what I'm getting. This could have been a twin flame. Or the flame within this marriage, okay? I don't know, y'all. Something like that. But these soldiers, and yeah, it's something to do with this battle too. I don't know. Collective, let's hurry up and see where we're going with this. I said it wasn't going to be a long time. And where did this card come from, okay? I think these are like little encouragements that pop out as we go along, okay? We're said like the other card, the divine loves you very much, okay? But now it says magical things are happening in your life, collective. Now that possibly, maybe it's you in this toxic marriage, okay? Or maybe you're a third party some way to this toxic marriage, okay? But somehow you're involved, I feel. Or someone in your life or in your energy is going through this. Now, what was I going to ask? Spaceship, okay? Show me soulmate. They're angry because the Most High loves you, okay? And the divine clarified that the divine loves you, right? With that other card. And they're angry at you, the soulmate, because the divine loves you, collective. But remember, love wins, collective. Okay, so this is what this is all about. And this is why this fire within this partnership is being, like smothered. It's being put out. Y'all, this is probably a twin flame. I'm getting Bigfoot vibes, collective. Okay, so they're angry that your creator loves you, right? They're angry that you love yourself and possibly have decided to leave this toxic relationship with this person who only cares about money, possibly, right? And they may have a third party out here somewhere too. Or you could be the third party, okay, collective? But they want to trap you with an STD, collective, okay? And this is the fire, okay? It's a fire in the crotch, okay? And that spaceship could be an indication of the crotch tool, the tool of the the tool of the crotch, collective, okay? This man that only cares about money, okay? Yeah. Just remember this, collective. Just remember that. All right. All right, let's see. What's going to happen next in this person's life that wants to trap my collective with a STD, collective? I mean, Archangel Michael. What's going to happen next for this person? Maybe they both want to trap you, collective. Maybe they're both crazy in this marriage, okay? They're going to keep trying to look at you from the astral and using different apparatus and techniques to try to see into your life, okay? Because they're weirdos, okay? As opposed to going to tend to this STD, right? They want to sit around and make up all sorts of magical ways to try to look into your life, collective, okay? What are they doing next? Bottom of the deck. This crooked general, y'all. There's soldiers here, okay? I don't know. Maybe your ancestors are here for this soldier, okay? Maybe this person has a military background, or somehow the military's involved, collective, with these damn spaceships. I don't know what they're doing with this spaceship, okay? Y'all, maybe like I said, 2012, right? Maybe they're trying to find a way to get out of here. They know doomsday is upon us, okay? Or upon them, shucks. All right, let's see one other thing about this spaceship and we're moving on. Archangel Michael, what are these people planning to do with this spaceship? All right, let's see if we can get something. What is their intentions with this spaceship or this spaceship program? Exercise patience. A lawyer is assisting you behind the scene. Let's get the bottom. Exercise patience. Okay, Matt. I don't know, collective. Maybe there's a Matt in my collective, or there will be. And you're involved in this, and they're telling you to exercise patience, okay? Maybe somebody's assisting. A lawyer is assisting Matt. Maybe you're having some issues that somebody's having work issues, y'all. But I don't know what the hell. We have an architect, now we have spaceship. Maybe somebody's designing a spaceship. Maybe this is what this person's job is. And maybe that's why it's so lucrative. Because the military needs this type of know-how and know-how, right? And this man works for some aspect of the military, what do you call that? The military industry, or no, industrial, something like that, okay? But in terms of the civilian side, okay? Maybe he has a military background in the past. Maybe that's why the Cambodia was here, okay? There's something about a person, Matt. I don't know. Maybe his name is Matt, okay? Okay, but there's some sort of trouble for a crooked general. Maybe he's the crooked general. Maybe he's like a director within his architect position or whatever, people. Okay? I believe that's it, the scenario. Okay, it might be off in some places, right? But either way, just remember this, collective. Okay, that's the main thing that matters right now, collective. Okay? He wants to trap you with an STD. Or somebody. Maybe the couple does, okay? But this man is a part of the higher echelon in terms of working with the military industrial complex. That's the word I was looking for, or phrase. Maybe he's working with a crooked general, okay? Within the military to do something with this ship, design some doomsday ship. Doomsday 2012 escape ship, okay? That's what I'm getting. What's going to be the outcome? Wait a minute, let me see something. Where are these people trying to travel to, Archangel Michael? They're trying to run away, y'all, okay? It says, now you're experiencing what you put me through, but you're having trouble getting through, y'all. Time for a music break. I feel like they're about to have a mental breakdown, collective, because they can't handle. It's all happening to them now, and maybe worse, right? And they can't handle it. Bottom of the deck, where are they trying to go? Something about the CEO, y'all. This person. And they're working with a crooked general, or they're describing him as a crooked general, okay? But I do feel like they are working within some aspect of the military industrial complex, okay? At a civilian level. Even if they were in the military in the past. And Cambodia is significant. Okay, we have another name, Kelly, okay? That could be the name of the other spouse. All right, one last thing. Archangel Michael, what is the outcome for this spaceship scenario or plan, okay? What's the outcome for this spaceship thing? Bottom of the deck. The divine has the answers you seek. You're ready, okay? Maybe they're going to get some answers. They're looking for some answers to something, okay? Something about a soul ascension, y'all. I don't know why all this is here, okay? But maybe this is your energy, collective. Okay? Maybe they're trying to stop you from taking off on your soul ascension, collective. And these people are having a mental breakdown, okay? But there is an aspect of doomsday. I feel like as you break away from this partner or this couple, okay, collective, it's like doomsday with them, okay? It's destroying everything in their life, okay? And they're trying to escape like 2012, okay? But there's something. This person's tied to the military. Okay. What is this architect, and I moved that card, collective. What is this architect's tie to the military? What is the tie to the military? Damn, y'all, this card flew over there on the diplomat, y'all. Officials representing another country. Maybe this person goes around almost like a promoter to recruit other people to do business with whatever they're doing within this aspect of the military or this industrial complex, okay? So he's a recruiter of some sort, or maybe he as well goes around speaking with other customers who work with or who have done business with this, whatever this is, okay? This complex, this, whatever they do, these architect people, whatever, okay? But they've done business with them, and they're, making sure everything's copacetic. Hey, how you doing? How was that last job? Hey, let's go have lunch. That's the way you keep your clients coming back, right? So, but there's some, like a PR person, collective. Okay? Bottom of the deck. So maybe they're going to go around and try to patch something up after something happens. It's going to be a peaceful resolution. Something happens, okay, with this doomsday. All right, we're about to move on. And maybe we'll see that in the outcome, okay? Okay. Archangel Michael, you have any final messages regarding this whole situation with this marriage? But this marriage is important, okay, for some reason. Because maybe it's both of them that have been attacking you, collective. Final messages for the situation. Do your research in the return, in the reverse. So maybe some of the information that's come out is sufficient at this point, okay? Collective, once again, the divine loves you, okay? And this person, possibly your soulmate, that's possibly in a toxic marriage, okay? They're mad, okay? Okay, and at the end it says they're mad because they're mad at you because they're stupid, right? Or they mad at you know how, okay? All right. And they're in fear, collective. They fear you now. They realize how powerful you are, okay? All right, let's see. Obstacle. This work. Years and years of work, possibly, that they put into something. Okay? Possibly, you know, the something to just be hateful towards you because the divine loves you, okay? I don't know. What an investment, people, okay? That's why they're mad at you, because they stupid. Because who would invest all this? This is almost like a lifetime of work, okay? Into someone else's connection with their creator, okay? And this also speaks to their work, okay? Because we still have those limbs out here, people. Okay, let's see. A coach, train, nurture, develop a plan, encourage support. This person was a part of this architect, okay, of this plan that they've been working on for years and years and years, okay? Possibly energy siphoning as well, right? Yeah, y'all, this plan, this is the corrupt aspect, okay? Okay, the obstacle, human organs and limbs trafficked by corrupt morticians, so they're involved in that. And I don't know, maybe the military's involved in that too, right? Maybe this is something that went on in Cambodia in some way. Maybe this has some element of the past, okay? Because I believe there was some kind of war in Cambodia, right? I don't know why I'm thinking about Vietnam, though, right? But I think it's in that region, though. Okay? But maybe they were using, you know, from the war, those remains in this way. Trying to be me, you don't qualify, okay? I don't know, collective. They definitely don't qualify to be you. And maybe that's why they're angry with you. Because the divine loves you, okay? Your soulmate possibly trying to be you, y'all. Maybe they put you up in this type of program, you know, because they couldn't be you, and maybe you walked away from them. Show me this in this deck. Okay, y'all, this will be strange, okay? Let's see. Show me human organs and limbs trafficked by corrupt morticians. Damn, what was that? But somebody's in fear, because that fell out there on Now You Fear Me, okay? Something with this lovers, okay? There's something with this relationship, y'all, this couple, okay? They're in despair, okay? I don't know. Show me this lovers crossing. This is some secret operation this couple was involved in, y'all. Okay, at first I thought it was like maybe it was one person, but I see now it's two. Y'all, okay, that's a lot, but they're snot pockets, collective. Maybe they're crying a lot too. Okay, it says slimy, need to blow your nose, congestion. Okay, I'm getting like these people are very emotional, okay, because they're in despair. I feel like they're being found out, okay. Y'all's taking me too long. Let me hurry up. All right, lovers, Osiris, God of the perfect black, Bobby Hemming. Okay, this is important. Maybe this is a part of this human organs, limbs, and trafficking collective by these corrupt morticians. You know, like I said, melanated people, we're like prime ribs, okay? forgive me, to these people, okay? Something to do with the solar plexus chakra, your will, okay? And maybe that's a part of that, the divine loving you, okay? And that gave you the strength to remove yourself from this toxic situation, okay? All right, but we got Osiris and we got Anubis people, okay? Anubis loves me because I am just, okay? So I'm feeling like this, and maybe you have dimples or freckles, okay, or someone does, but I feel like these together is just speaking to your ancestral protection, okay? And this solar plexus is talking about the power and the might that comes along with your protection, okay? Through Osiris and Anubis, okay? And this is a part of the obstacle for this toxic ass couple collective that's involved in this type of trafficking collective. And maybe they're the coach to people doing this. Maybe they're like the go-tos in this, okay? They wanted to be you. Maybe they wanted to be you for a long time. And they've been doing this toxic ass shit for a long time. And that's why your ancestors are here. Okay? They about to throw some gut punches. Okay? You know them gut punches. Those can take you out of here. A real powerful one. You'll be messed up after that. You may not recover. Okay? Alright, we're almost done. Spiritual advice. Journey. They're telling you to travel. Get out of this situation with these people. Repairman. I feel like this is the only way that this whole situation, can be handled. Okay? And be cleaned up. Repair, restore, restart, renovate. And maybe they want to restart with you. No collective. No restarts. Not with these toxic people. Okay, y'all? Something about Thomas Jefferson. Maybe this is a name here, okay? It is a name collective. But maybe it's not the president in the U.S., right? But maybe it's something else. One of these names. Spiritual advice, travel, repairman, okay? Journey. Maybe this is do your research that came out here in the reverse, okay? Like I said before, maybe there's some ties in another read, okay? To you and Thomas Jefferson, if you're in the U.S., maybe? Something about Ronnie. Okay, Ronnie Jefferson? Maybe. Maybe I should look that up. Okay, girl? I'm not sure. Let's see real quick. Let's see with this deck. Some sort of change or repair is coming. So, show me repairman in the kipper. So I'm with this wealthy man, y'all. We had great fortune. So I'm with this greedy man, okay? Maybe his name is Ronnie, okay? But we had Matt out here as well. And some sort of military people. And some spaceship collective. This could be. Okay, let's keep going. But no, I don't think he's married. Okay. Alright. Bottom of the deck, I think this is for this repairman. Something about this couple collective. I don't know why Thomas Jefferson is here though. Could be just one of those names, or those names are significant. This wealthy man and this woman, and we had the main man or main male come out over here. That's them two. Okay? And the main male is wealthy is what I'm getting, collective. And they're held in high honor, okay? But now they're going to be exposed for being monsters, collective. Doing this kind of stuff. I don't know where the card is. Okay? Ramsey. I don't know. That almost sounds like Ramesses. Okay? Maybe that's why Anubis and Osiris are here. Maybe this is something that dates way back in terms of past life energy, right? This could be talking about a past life in some way, yo. Of someone. Alright, we can get out of here. Show me this soldier. Why is the soldier here? Guardian of nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. Maybe this is speaking of this marriage. Yeah. But either way, this could also be your ancestors coming for him, okay? But either way, whether this is speaking of this people, but there is some sort of military involvement, okay? But there's no way out for these people, collective. There's no way out for the guilty. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Crying over you while listening to love songs. Yeah, they're crying over you. But maybe they ain't listening to love songs, collective. Okay. But they crying over you, okay? Or maybe they ain't crying over you, but they crying while listening to love songs because they know there's no way out, collective. Either way, y'all, something about the military, collective. We had Crooked General, right? Spaceships in the Air Force. There's something about this Air Force. Okay, let me see something real quick. Archangel Michael, why is this significant? What are they doing? What's the involvement with the Air Force? Maybe they're flying the... Oh my goodness, I hope that's not it. That could be it. Maybe they're assisting one of the... some corrupt aspect, okay? Could be assisting with the trafficking of these limbs, collective. What is going on with the Air Force? What have they done with these spaceships? What are these spaceships for? What? Let's see. Remain fearless. The all sees all, y'all. Whatever they're doing, the all sees them. Okay? And they're telling you to remain fearless. Okay, collective? Continue to speak your truth and live in your truth. Okay? Maybe they're intimidating you. Okay? And maybe they're hyping it up or amping it up. Okay? But you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So they're saying, remain fearless, okay? Be wise, but keep moving forward on your path. Oh, I'm getting a berserker with this one. That evil entity you attached to me as a child is now my ally. Okay, and I know I done messed up the word ally. I don't know how to spell it, collective. Okay, I keep looking it up and there's so many, I just don't know. And if you know, collective, put it in the comments, okay? But these people had something to do with possibly you since a childhood, collective. This could be your parents. Maybe they put you out for some sort of research, okay, with the military, collective, and spaceships. Oh my goodness. I hope this ain't like a Black Mona Lisa type situation, y'all. The Black Mona Lisa. Archangel Michael, what are these people doing? Exactly. It could be this lens situation too, y'all. Damn, this went over here and flipped upside down. Just because I show my vulnerabilities don't mean I'm weak. So they're abusing you in some way, or they have, right? They think you're weak, but you're not. You were sent to take down these major complexes here. These people, these industrial complexes, or expose them. But, I mean, that's not the bottom. Something about a cancer, collective. Or maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe there's some sort of cancer research. Let's get this one. Carolyn. Okay, that's another name. Bottom of the deck. This is some sort of military experiment people have gotten you caught up in. There's something about this architect. Maybe they're saying that this man in this marriage as well is the one who orchestrated all this. They coached people. And they connected with other people with more authority or more connections, right? That were able to cause you a lot of freaking pain and suffering, collective. But they're going to pay for this. They're telling you, remain fearless. Kelly, okay, these are the names. These people are involved. And these acts, these are egregious crimes, egregious acts against someone that the divine loves. Okay, I'm getting somebody of high honor, y'all. They're going to pay for this, collective. Egregious, shocking, extreme. And they got all these people are involved, collective. Show me the all this, the all sees all. We're gonna read the outcome. The all seeing what they're doing with these limbs, y'all, or something. I thrive in isolation, okay? This is like roll call. We got Dustin here, okay? Bottom of the deck. So the all has seen what Dustin did. Okay, something about isolation. They tried to isolate you, but you flourished in that situation, okay? Bottom of the deck. Mimi. Okay, y'all, here we going. I'm telling you, this is like Kaz call. Okay? At the end of the movie, at the end of the show, these next few days. Okay, yesterday was the same way. Any final message as to what this Air Force is doing or has been doing in terms of the whatever segment? I hope it ain't the whole Air Force collective. The evil, something about this evil. This is the second time, collective. That evil entity you attached to me as a child is now my ally, y'all. That's what they did. They attached some sort of evil entity to you through some research. These people are just sickening and disgusting. And there's some sort of tie you have to Thomas Jefferson. Okay? Let me see bottom of the deck for this one. What are these people doing? Madam of the Night, y'all. Show me this. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. Okay? Because there's different things I'm thinking. Okay? So let's see. Madam of the Night. This is something with this entity, y'all. This is crazy. Pantheon is something with the entity, y'all. They done tried to attach. Now, oh my goodness. They done attach like the underworld to you is what I'm thinking. Some deity from the underworld, okay? And now you're all friends. Maybe you were always friends. Maybe you were always related, right? But you had to go through something for a period in your life until you reached a certain point, okay? And now, now they here. We here. In order to handle business, okay? And they just letting you know some of the key players, okay? Wow. Show me Thomas Jefferson. Yo, this is totally long, okay? All right. I'm going to stop saying that, collective. Then it's going to be quick video. I'm just going to stop saying it. Okay, my Lord. Here we go again. They're all out here, collective. Okay, it's like a big fucking circus out here, okay? And this is what they're doing. They've been attaching entities to you since you were a little baby, unable to defend yourself, okay? How low can you fucking get, collective? A whole bunch of fucking jerks. Fucking goofies is what you call them, right? Putting it lightly. National No Fucking Magic Holiday. They're gonna have to stop doing this fucking magic on you, collective. Cambodia, y'all. I don't know. Maybe there's a magic base out of Cambodia or something, okay? This is where they're possibly... Ooh, y'all get the fuck out of here. Maybe this is where they're performing these egregious dark magic ritual acts. This is a major area. Because, oh my goodness. Egregious, shocking, extreme, y'all. And it says an Irishman is involved, y'all. This is possibly where the fucking Irishman is. This secret magic fucking leprechaun hidden somewhere in fucking Cambodia, y'all. Yo, this is unbelievable, collective. And they're there to get loose from you, collective, and others like you. It's fucking egregious. Who could even think of some bizarre ass shit like this, collective? Archangel Michael, show me, give me a name, and maybe it's because your DNA. You have ties to the Pantheon, Thomas Jefferson, and who knows what else. Show me this Irishman is involved. Give me a name. Maybe the name's out here, collective. But give me a name on this Irishman. Was that Pearson Glare, I think? No, first place, collective. High honor. Okay. And it fell out there on Hyana. Get the fuck out of here. Bottom of the deck. Y'all Super Saiyan man. Get the... Yeah, I'm just a little old reader in this world, okay? But I don't even really have words to say what this is saying, collective. Somebody in my collective, you've achieved something just mighty, collective. You've endured all of these egregious acts by all of these fucking people out here, collective. It says first place, collective. High honor, Super Saiyan man. So it's like you've evolved. I feel like you've... Confirmation. Oh, here I go with this clock again. But you've evolved, collective, to such a point, right? That you've evolved beyond all of these difficulties, all of these insane as, unthinkable as difficulties that these people have placed upon you. And a huge group of people across vast distances, right? But you've gone to this place. I'm getting like a mutation, X-Men, X-Woman mutation, collective, and you first place. They about to show you the honor that you do, collective. These might be some new spiritual gifts, I'm sure, as well. Alright, some of this Irishman's involved. It could be an Irishman that's about to go Super Saiyan, y'all. Anything else you want to say about this Irishman before we move on? Damn, y'all, what is going on here? Finding a new way to bring balance to a situation, okay? They want a peaceful resolution, but not maybe. Maybe there's a trick coming from the Irishman. Yeah, they can't pull it off is what I'm getting. They can't master it because of the love that the divine has for you. These people may have been orchestrating things around your whole life, collective. These devils, collective. It could be a Capricorn, okay? Maybe this is the Irishman. They're a Capricorn, collective. And they're trying to find another fucking scheme, okay? And there's something about children involved, okay? These people are involved in everything. There's no holds barred when it comes to their filth, okay? And what they get involved in, what they do for money, for great fortune. Okay, show me the Super Saiyan man. What's this transformation gonna look like? Archangel Michael. Y'all, this is what these people are doing. They're gonna transform this whole situation, and maybe whatever you've done, collective, and you're doing in terms of this situation, resisting these people, it's bringing about an ending and an exposure to this child trafficking. Who are the true orchestrators behind traffickers, behind child trafficking? Archangel Michael, let's get to bottom. Healing hands, you healing the situation. This is a part of your gifts, collective. You're like a super duper master healer, collective. Okay? Archangel Michael, who are the true orchestrators behind child trafficking? Could be that Irishman is plays a vital role, okay? Possibly in Cambodia. Something about Cambodia. Throat chakra. They don't want you to talk. They've been messing with your throat chakra since you were a child. Something about D, with the name D, letter D, okay? Fake family. Your family's involved, collective. Okay? Something about D. Somebody with the letter D naming your family. Show me D. What they did. What was their role in all this madness out here? Richard. They were involved with Richard, okay? Fell out here and we're here in the Pantheon with healing hands. Nathan as well, y'all. This is roll call. Let's get to the outcome. Beautiful. collective, it says this reading will help you unlock some hidden truths about your past. Okay, so this is about your past, your life, and all these people, and that were involved in some way. Okay, all these names may not be relevant to you, but some of them are. Some of them are names you don't know. Okay. All right, outcome. Imprisonment, thank goodness. These people, they know they're going to imprison. And this was crossing, right? So maybe it's happening right now. Okay, and they mad at you. Okay, and it says, you mad at me because you stupid. But they mad at you because they stupid. They did this for all this time when they could have turned away and changed their lives, possibly apologize or just, try to atone things with you, right, in some way. And not be snakes in your life, okay? And not giving snakes a bad rap, okay? Alright? And look at that mouse. Now that's all they got to look forward to. The little mouse friend. After living lavish lifestyles, now they're going to be sitting up in a dirty cell somewhere, okay? For the rest of their lives, okay? Y'all, these people give... y'all. They said we here, collective. They here. They ain't playing. Avenger, memory, resolve, hatred, plotting. Okay, they gonna resolve the situation with imprisonment. For many of these people, if they're lucky, collective. Okay? And they mad because they know they going to prison. Because they did something stupid. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, we're here, right? All right, collective, let's read the mystery cards and we out of here. And we out of here. Mystery cards and we out of here. Okay, mystery card number 1. Mystery card number 1. Okay, y'all. Boss, master of wealth, risk, investment, manager, leader. I feel like it was this man and this couple. Some sort of orchestrator of this. Whoever was tied to this military industrial complex, okay? Mystery card number 2. Mystery card number 2. Community, y'all. You got all children on here, okay? We had the community card here. This person was seen as a good person in the community, but they were really trafficking children, collective. And a host of other things with people's parts, okay? Community, neighbors, team, connection, society, cooperation. Okay, and these people were a part of some sort of society within this community. And these poor children, they didn't have a chance around these people, y'all. Because there's too many cards that have come out about children. Okay? Roll call. That's what this reading's about. Okay, collective? Alright, collective. If you like the video, like the video.